Hi guys, good morning. This is Chris Englezu from CE Fish Essentials and welcome back to another edition of my sporadic video blog where I share with you my thoughts on everything freshwater fish, fish keeping, aquariums, terrariums, nature, biotopes, wildlife, and such. I'm really pleased to be talking to you today from the beautiful island of Cyprus, my paternal homeland. I'm currently here working on some projects. You know what, I'll show you exactly where I am. Right, so yes, welcome to the beautiful village of Lissos. There you can see the lovely bay of Polis Chrysochous, and even far right into the distance, the Agamas Peninsula, a very special place here on Cyprus. Lots of endemic species there. Anyway, let's get to the point. Now, I've been launching lots of different products on my website in the last few months, and many of you would have seen them, some incredible releases, and I hope you guys please do go to cefishessentials.com, check them out. For any naturalist, ecologist, fish keeper, conservationist, whatever you may be, if you have an interest in the natural world, particularly in freshwater fishes, then this is the time to be preparing your library, shall we say, you know, adding to your library. I had to do for this book that I'm about to tell you about, I had to do a video because this really is a special and very lucky thing that has happened. So, how to start? Well, over 10 years ago, this book was launched, and it really is one of a kind. Nothing like this has been done before, especially not to this level. And it hasn't been done since. The author, some of you may know, and if you don't, you know, it's a tragic shame because he's such an incredibly talented artist. And if you don't know him, do a little bit of homework on him. His work is truly remarkable. I mean, when you think back to when species were first being discovered, you know, in the 1700s, there was Carl Linnaeus traveling the world, documenting all of these species and collecting specimens and, you know, so on and so on. In the 1800s, you had Alfred Russel Wallace exploring through the Amazon and all these things. When they would do these trips, they would always take with them an artist of the highest caliber to draw the species as they appear in real life. And for me, I mean, this is an art that is rare nowadays. There are not many people that are drawing fishes at very, very high level. I can think of a few off the top of my head, though. I mean, there are some incredible artists nowadays. Don't get me wrong. Actually, I must mention Renato. So if any of you guys have seen his work, I mean, maybe I could put it in the caption anyway. Really great artist, and there's many others. If I find a few others on my social media accounts, I'll try to post them up as well. But anyway, Flick Ford is one of those artists, and he is a rare breed. if we were back in the times of discovering species, he would be on one of those boats traveling around the world and drawing these freshwater fishes for us to see in today's time. For me, he is a treasure of the fish keeping world and a treasure for the freshwater fish community, I suppose. He released this book something like 10 to 11 years ago, and the initial interest was very high. I'm not sure what happened, but the sales depleted for some reason. I think it may have been something to do with either finance, what do you call it, economic issues of the time, or he'll probably explain to me in greater detail. But anyway, there were troubles trying to get this book out to the world, and so for the last 10/11 years, the vast majority of these books have been sat in a basement gathering dust. Now, I didn't know this until I reached out to Flick recently and asked him if I could just have a few copies. I just thought, do any other copies exist anymore? Because I know it's been so many years, and you can only online find previously owned copies that are sort of available through Amazon and so on, and the price is still quite high, to be honest, because it's a book in great demand. There are people that really want this book, but it's just not been available. Anyway, he explained to me, and I just thought it was a tragedy, for such an incredible piece of work to go forgotten in the depths of a basement is a huge shame. So I said, we have to get some copies. So I'm very, very pleased, guys, to say I have secured copies of the book, and Flick has very kindly, he couldn't sign all of them, but there are a number, 30 or so, that are signed copies, and they are available through my website. So when I tell you this book is really amazing, it's not just because of this story, it's because Flick has taken some of the most iconic aquarium species from Africa, from South America, from Australia, and illustrated them in the highest quality. I mean, to the exact scale, to the exact fin, to the exact twinkle of color or spark of iridescence. They are absolutely amazing illustrations, and he has done this 75 times. In this book there are 75 different tropical fish species illustrated at the highest level. Now, not only that, he has put information about their habitats, their behaviors, their threats, and that was one of the things that really captured me on this book. He went out of his way to mention how some of these species are threatened in the wild and what impacts they're experiencing. And me being a conservationist and through all of my work with Freshwater Life Project, I've been trying to bridge the gap between the aquarium hobby, fish keeping overall, and freshwater conservation, and show how much of an important role we can play as fish keepers in preserving the species that we love so much. So I mean, I'm totally won over by this book, and I'm in absolute admiration of Flick Ford, and I'm just really pleased to be able to say that we have this book. It is available, and I've made it available at a price that is actually less than the cheapest pre-owned copy that you can find on Amazon or eBay or wherever. So guys, get this book out to the world. That's my goal. This book should be seen on every soil, on every continent, in every country around the world, because it is an absolute masterpiece. So let's help Flick to do that. That's my goal, and it's available right now, guys. You can go on my website and make a purchase right now, and you know that we ship worldwide. You can choose between the standard copy or the signed copies, which differ in price, and you can own this piece of incredible artwork, this life's work of Flick Ford. All right, well, it's been almost 11 minutes, so I'm not going to keep you guys any longer, but thank you for your time. Don't forget to visit cefishessentials.com, and wow, I'm so happy. Have an amazing day, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon.